Really good to see you again. Thank you very much for sparing some time. Obviously, we had a chat back in early June, I think it was, when you were working hard then. We hoped we'd be sort of have a football pitch out.
I thought you came back in August.
No, did we? No.
I think it was. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we hope we'd have a pitch. Unfortunately, we haven't.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know people are very disappointed that the pitch is not ready yet. We have been battling away. I mean, the big problem that we've got is that we were right down the pecking order with the with Hunts, who are the we wanted the best. We wanted to wait for them, and obviously they were hoping to fit us in before the end of August, and they said, "Oh, we should be able to get you in July," and then. But the big problem they've had, they lost July, because everybody knows that July was a washout for most people for the whole month, and so that really put them back, but they still tried to claw it back. But the big problem that we had as well is that they also are contracted to do all the schools. Now the schools obviously shut down in August and to the first week in September, so they have been trying to find areas where the schools have said, no, we don't want that pitch done, or we don't want that hockey pitch relayed, we don't want those tennis courts relayed. But he said, unbelievably, every job that was in has been required. So anyway, they came back in August, because obviously they looked at the stone, and the stone in their eyes wasn't up to their standard. Okay. So the firm that came in and did it was a contractor. They did a reasonable job, but what Hunts do is Hunts laser grade it to plus or minus quarter of an inch, which is, I thought, was a little bit over the top, and I thought, nah, no way. But they came down in August with their laser grader and their big Caterpillar, and they regraded it, or went over it again, and we were amazed at the levels which they were working to. They have got a very, very good reputation, and they want to keep that. Right. So they actually grade it, and then after every element they test it, and they said that we needed at least another 200 ton of grit, 10 mil to dust grit, to fill up the hollows and to roll it out. So we managed to get, they managed to get 200 ton brought in. When they put that down, you could see that it wasn't going to be enough. We've got a big pitch. Okay. So we said, look, in for a penny, in for a pound, let's do it and do it properly. So they got another 220 ton in. Oh. This comes from Scotland. It comes into the Isle of Grain by ship. And they obviously got it trucked to here. You can have a look at the pitch now, and you'll see that the pitch looks like a billiard table. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. It's absolutely rolled, and they went over it 3 times with their dozer, which they finished last week, and rolled it. Yeah. And if you have a look at it now, you can see that you think that you could put the carpet straight on that. So that's done. That is now all finished. Now the engineer came this morning from Nottingham, and he has to do the CVR test. That's the pressure test, to make sure that the tarmac and everything else is going to sit fine and it's not going to move, etc., etc. So they did that this morning. We don't know the results of that. Obviously, we're hoping everything's fine. But certainly, we've seen enough stonework on here and the levelling and whatever to last a lifetime. So assuming that's fine.